Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Spawn Food, or just Spawn if you prefer. And Noelle, honey, where are you? Oh no, here she comes. Noelle, come home. I made you a battery acid pie. Oh, Chris, perfect timing. Have you seen? Oh, my luxurious queen. Oh, my circuits, Chris, get in the car. My queen, where are you? I've baked you a gamer's delight. She's not here. That was close. Chris, who is your friend? My face recognition software does not compute them. And yet, something about them seems cool. Robotic, even. Chris, we must drive to find Noelle. Everyone, get in the car. Alright. Chris, press directional buttons to steer. Chris, don't hit the cars. I will not. Because I know that if you do hit too much... So much traffic, isn't it lovely? Lightners love traffic. They look it up all the time. Poor Noelle. She would love hitting all these cars. Actually, she might not, Stop everything! Chris, get the banana! I refuse... Potassium! I refuse to hit the cars, or at least more than one, because I know if you hit too many of them... Here comes a crossing! Get ready to stop! If you hit too many cars, you will actually lose out on a recruit that, like, isn't mentioned in your recruits menu. But I just know if you hit too many cars, a certain NPC ends up not coming to your town. Anyway. Oh, my circuits, it's a traffic jam. A dog must have wandered in the road again. Chris, be a dear and press the walk button. It's just over on the other side of the road. Alright. Seems easy enough. I'll go too. No. You must stay. Huh? Until you hear all of my mixtape. Okay. Chris, hurry up, please. Alright. Here we are. Just a simple... Hey, it's me! Everybody's favorite #1 rated salesman, 1997. Spampton, G. Spampton! Whoa, if it isn't a... Lightner! Hey! Looks like you're all alone on a late night. All your friends abandoned you for the slime. You are... Sales gone down the drain. Living in a goddamn garbage can? Well, have I got a special deal for lonely hearts like you. If you've lost control of your life, then you just gotta grab it by the silly strings. Why be the little sponge who hates its $4.99 life when you can be a big shot? Big shot! Big shot! That's right, now's your chance to be a big shot! And I have just the thing you need. That's hyperlink blocked. You want it. You want hyperlink blocked, don't you? Well, have I got a deal for you? All you have to do is show me your heart-shaped object. You're a Lightner, aren't you? You've got the light. Why don't you show it off? Yeah. Don't you want to be a big shot? Spampton. He wants to make a deal, but don't give him your money. Transmit, Cromer. Alright. I cannot help but groove a little in my seat, just listening to the music. There's nothing wrong with having a nice splurge every once in a while. Let's make a deal. Hey! I've never seen a heart-shaped object like that before. My eyes are burning like DVDs of any movie at half price. I have a very special deal for you, kid. Tell me more. That's the attitude, you little slime. Deals like this only come once in your ant-sized, rapidly shrinking life. Enlarge yourself. All right. Oh, I love having the extra graze area on, There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. All right, let's deal. Believe it or, I used to be a big shot, the biggest, but now I need a little generosity. Don't give. That's right, and I don't mean money. I'm a salesman. I was never in it for the money. Meet local single, straight from my. Again, I see people say this attack sucks, but it's one of the easier ones, honestly. Though I guess this fight isn't that hard in the first place. I was only ever in it for the freedom. To make your own deals, to call your own shots. And sometimes in the morning, a little hyperlink blocked. Sounds good, doesn't it, kid? Don't you want to be just like your old pal Spampton? Take the deal. Take deal. Now that's what I'm talking about. You got guts, kid. That's discomfort and abdominal pain in my guts. Press F1 for help. All right. I don't know. I could press F1 or I could not. I don't really need help right now. Congratulations, you are the 100th visitor. Click here to die. Let's make another deal. Don't worry, kid. I will give you deal insurance. Only for the low, low price of 1,000 kromer. An awesome price. An absolutely terrifying price. Price is so low, everyone I know is dead. Let's not. What? You don't have enough wacky stacks? Kid, you're killing me. Ha! Please stop killing me. I will give you another deal. Help. All right. Yeah, I can see why this attack might be considered a little rough, but, like, it's not that bad. Spampton mutters, 1997. Deal. Don't worry, kids. I'm an honest man. I just need your account details and the number on the back. Then you can enjoy 1,000 free kromer. Refuse. What? You don't need it? That's a real big shot move, kid. You're like me. Desperate. But we know what we want, don't we? Wild prizes, hot single, 100 customer, and most of all, hyperlink blocked. Will you take the final deal? Remember, this is up to you. I won't force you. No deal. Wrong. No deal. Wrong. No deal. Wrong. Yes, deal. Then a deal's a deal. Pleasure doing business with you, kid. If you max out your TP, I guess we break even, because normally most people tend to lose money here. So I guess they start with 100, and then the lower your TP, I guess, is how much money you would lose. Because normally I'm used to seeing people and myself lose money in this fight, but because I didn't heal and deal, I guess I get to keep all my money. Now on to the next step. I'll be waiting at my homemade storefront site in the trash area closed for repairs. Come alone. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more hyperlink blocked. You heard the man. Like and subscribe, you know. Also comment something about Spampton, I guess. I mean, Spampton's pretty popular. You can find something interesting to say about him. Poster is torn, revealing a faded one underneath. Big shot autos! Take a ride around town in our special... The rest is cut off. Alright. Well, that was a simple diversion. Get in! Chris, we have to drive to find Noelle. Turn on the high beams. When she sees the Queen signal, she will come running. Well, why do you need to find Noelle so badly? What are you saying? This city is dangerous. Imagine poor Noelle clipping into a wall somewhere, wasting away from potassium deficiency. You're actually worried about her? I would be if I wasn't going to find her. But why her? Wait, let me guess. Is it because she's weak enough to make into your peon? Haha, no. Just the opposite. It's because she's strong. Huh? What do you... Chris, stop the car. What's wrong with it? Phew! I was just concerned because it hadn't exploded yet. Looks like we'll have to split up on foot. Chris, if you see Noelle, tell her my knowledge of her preferences is absolute. And if she needs proof, use this. Queen's mixtape with one of your key items. Toodles! Phew. Somehow, I feel like we're almost out of here. Let's go, Chris. Alright. Mixtape, Hey, thanks for the tape. I was hungry. Push my tummy to hear a cool song. Cool. Cool song indeed. I don't think it's worth using any of my items. I mean, I don't think we get any new items for a little bit anyway, so it's fine. Right. Gosh, that was close, wasn't it, Chris? This strange world, this big city, it's so wild. It kind of makes my head spin. Looks like another puzzle. Maybe if I go down here? All right. Nothing to say. When I said the city makes my head spin, I say right before she interrupts me, I didn't mean it in a bad way, you know? I always wanted to go someplace new, you know? And Des always told me she'd take me. Somewhere like this. Somewhere with shining lights. Don't you miss exploring, Chris? Back when the four of us were kids? Gosh, remember the night we explored the forest behind the graveyard? I know I never found anything interesting back there. I mostly remember crying because I was scared. Yeah. There's little Noelle. But for some reason I feel nostalgic thinking about it. Des wiping away my tears with Azzy's jacket, with warm sleeves that smelled like cinnamon. I guess I didn't mind being scared if it meant someone would comfort me. Chris is the only one who knows how weird I am. It's not fair, you know. Everyone knows how weird you are. I like Noelle's character. Sort of like a golden child, you know, like considered super smart, you know, top of the class by like all her peers, except like her childhood friend, you know, who's like, it feels like very tropey. Like if it's not a trope, it like should be one. Like the idea of like one best friend is super successful as they grow older into their teenage years and like is praised and seen as like a perfect angel, you know, and the other one is a weirdo and a bit of an outcast, you know, and so they don't see each other as much, you know, but they still call each other their friends, you know, and over time they sort of grow to envy one another, you know, being well liked versus, you know, being able to just get away with, you know, being weird or, you know, a bit out of the ordinary. You know, it feels like a trope, you know, if it isn't already one. Or it feels like it should be one if it isn't already. You know, and I like the sort of duality of like, you know, especially with some of the non-canon, you know, material that we've learned about, or maybe not non-canon, but at least non-in-game stuff we've learned about Noelle. You know, I would say that's very true, you know. Sometimes she wishes, you know, other people knew how weird she was, weren't expecting perfection or the world from her. You know, it's not fair that Chris gets to be a weirdo and everyone's fine with it, you know. But I think Chris also, you know, just speculation, I think Chris also struggles somewhat with feeling like they're an outcast and, you know, they don't have a place in this world. Anyway, that's enough speculation. On with actually me reading the dialogue, I guess. Oh no, she's coming back this way. I'll hide in that stall. Hey, check this out. Sweet, right? Where's my prize? Oh, here. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Nice. Wait, I actually don't want this. Alright. How is that? Susie, you're not supposed to attack people with it. Oh yeah? Watch me. Chris, there you are. Chris, check out my new attack. Oh my god, it's so powerful it rolled over and only did 2. You felt slightly healed. How's that? Meet the new healing master, Chris. Oh yes, she is a real master at it, Chris. God, teaching you sarcasm was a mistake. Oh, Chris, what's that you have there? Is that a gift for someone? I thought long and hard about this. I could give it to Noelle. I could give it to Susie. The main thing, I don't want to give it to Noelle or Susie, simply because I sort of feel like... When I first played this, I didn't want to give it to Noelle or Susie because I felt like I would be getting in the way of, you know, Noelle's crush if I did either one of these. And I didn't want to give it to Birdley because, like, he's not the best. So I gave it to Ralsei. But honestly, knowing all the options, I have considered long and hard, and I think we're going to give it to Birdley. Just because. Chris, have you seen... Because he's not normally in this scene if you don't choose to give it to him, so, you know, just feels like the obvious choice. Anyway. Chris, we took a break from trucing for 1 second, and you're already back with Susie. Huh? Should have expected this. You couldn't keep up with my puzzle-solving skills. Huh? A plush of me? With nipples? Guess I'll forgive you for now. See you, Chris. Why the hell did you give it to Birdley? Why'd you give it to Birdley? What? Unexpected kindness, Chris. If you give it to Susie, it turns out to be a Susie plush that I think she'll put in her room. And I could have done that. If you give it to Noelle, she talks about you wanting a refund. And I forget what happens if you give it to Ralsei. I don't think it's revealed what the contents are if you give it to Ralsei. So maybe I should have given it to Susie. But just because Birdley's not normally in the scene, I don't know. Let's just get the hell out of here. What? Wait! Noelle? The hell were you doing in there? That's cheating. Glad you're okay, though. Since that stupid queen took you, I was kind of worried. Wait. Aren't you on their side? Huh? Wait. Chris, help me. We have a truce. That's right. We have a truce. Chris said I could be on your team. Oh, really? Well, if Chris said so, I guess. Didn't really want to kill you anyway. Thump, thump. So, get in line already. Okay. Chris also said I should be behind Susie. Well, if Chris said so, let's go already. Guess I'll join too, but only for this room. No one was asking. I will also join. It's the original Star Walker, guys. But yeah, the main reason I gave it to Birdley is because this is the the biggest party of people you can have, and it's only possible. Starwalker will join you no matter what, but having Birdly in your line and whatnot is only possible if you give it to him. And also, and so just showing off the biggest party you can have seemed like a cool idea to me. Anyway, we can no longer equip stuff to Noelle, which kind of sucks. But I kind of feel like I'll take the glow wrist, and I'll give the pink ribbon to Ralsei instead of the white ribbon. It's nice dressing up. Actually, I'll give the white... No, I'll keep the... Yeah, I'll keep the pink ribbon on Chris, actually, now that I think about it. Because Chris has the bounce blade, so... Healing Master can use ultimate healing, losers. Okay. What happens if we try to go this way? Are we able to? I've never... Isn't that where we came from? Yeah, there isn't even any cotton candy left, so... Okay, so they just push you away. Okay, fair enough. Let's make progress then. Alright, music's back. We can make another save. If I look at storage, is there anything... No, just remember to use items when I can. Look, Chris, another teacup ride. But there's only 3 seats. Maybe 2 of us could just share one? Damn, guess we gotta take the stairs. Guess so. Unfortunate. I've never fully understood what this section of the chapter is supposed to be. Like, you come from the city. Basically, Birdly is the last boss fight in the city that I like to say, because that's the last time you get to use Noelle in the party. Then you have, like, an auto-scripted, appears to be some kind of force field. Then you have, like, an auto-scripted driving section, basically. And then you fight Spamton to continue the driving. And then you just do a simple, like, not even puzzle, just story section, So after you fight Birdly, basically everything goes on, like, rails and autopilot until you get to here, where, I'll be honest, it still kind of is on rails and autopilot, but not as much, So it's weird. So Cyberfield is kind of like equivalent to the Field in Hopes and Dreams. I would say the city's kind of equivalent to the forest. And I guess after beating Birdly, that's the equivalent to when you and Lancer are walking along. You, Susie, Ralsei, and Lancer are all walking toward Card Castle. But I guess this section just is split into a couple different subsections and goes on a bit longer. I don't know. But I guess that's what it is. Chapter 2 is definitely bigger than Chapter 1. I'll say, so it feels like everything takes longer. Except not really, because I was still able to get through the first area in 1 episode. Like, the tutorial stuff for Chapter 1 I got through in 1 episode. The first area, real area, I got through in 1 episode like I did with Chapter 2. The second real area I got through in 1 episode like I did with Chapter 2. So then, only now, the in-between section has been between, the forest and Card Castle, which is what we're in right now, the equivalent of that in Chapter 2, that's been expanded to take up a whole episode, in my opinion. So I guess Chapter 2's endgame is longer, because yeah, as soon as you got through the, get out of jail in Chapter 1, you're basically at the end of the chapter. Interesting. I don't know, I was just making an observation. Anyway, back to actually playing the game. Wait, I know, to turn off that force field, just stay standing on the switch. Huh. Well, see you later. Wait, what did I volunteer for? You volunteered to stand on the switch. That's what you literally said you would do. The Treasure of Air, where 3 or 1, place 1 to 3. Perhaps it means we all have to enter 1 teacup? Well, I don't like doing it, but it works. I feel like that dialogue should have been reworded. Because how would she know that that's what works, considering it's only Ralsei suggesting it, based on the hint. I feel like it should be, I don't like doing it, but if it works. Anyway, jumped in 1 teacup, you heard a clicking sound. Okay. I don't know, it is kind of lame. This isn't required at all, it's just for 1 treasure chest. So, you know, you don't have to do it. I don't know, maybe it's an attempt on Toby's part to make this section feel less linear than it actually is. I don't know. Yeah, the treasure of air is just balloons. Anyway. Hey, Chris, let me show you my ultimate healing. Okay. We'll show off the ultimate healing, which requires 100% TP. So, you'll need 2 apples to stop me. I find that funny. Okay. One more round. Where there's a wee, there's a woo. That's the most memorable line I think they say. Where there's a wee, there's a woo. So, we're gonna ask Ralsei to help us get hit. No, actually, I'm just gonna... I guess I'll show off, ultimate... Oh, we do need to... I'll show off, just hitting the spare button. If you spare an enemy without its name being yellow, you're showing you don't want to fight it, and thus you gain a little bit of mercy, 20%. So you have to do it 5 times. Anyway, let's get hit just a little to show off Susie's, ultimate healing. I guess at this point we may as well, do this ultimate heal on Chris, and this should 100% mercy. Susie cast ultimate heal, and it healed 4. That is on top. That 4 is actually one of the highest amounts I've seen. It's probably because her magic is slightly increased due to the Devil's Tail. That's the worst healing I've seen. Sure is. Anyway, we could spare it now, but we're gonna avoid while Ralsei spares. Ambulance? Hell no. Like doctors even get... Ambulance? Hell no. Like, doctors even get me. Oh, she's saying, like, the rebellious teen, type thing, you know, like, oh, you don't get me, you know, type whatever. Okay. I need to use up an item. I'm gonna use the item. Oh, okay. Oh, but it used it. Oh, that's weird. Well, I don't need to use up an item now. Anyway, yeah, so Susie's healing sucks, but looking at her stats, she has 3 magic. So my guess is it's like a base 2 at 1 magic, and then for every magic point, it heals 1 more. And that's only because we have the Devil's Tail on her. Yeah. Anyway, we can carry on. So, why were you all riding a teacup together? Ugh, balloons. Balloons? Trust me, you dodged a bullet. Okay. Okay, indeed. I mean, if you haven't gotten it by now, Noelle clearly has a crush on Susie. That's why she asked to be behind her and got a little upset that Susie shared a teacup with us, you know, in Ralsei, and not, you know, her. I believe she has different dialogue if you actually go to the, if you actually go to the, what do you want to call it? If you go in the teacups with her, I think she has different dialogue. Because obviously she wouldn't have to question why you're all in one together. Anyway, we're gonna trap all. Upgrade just replaces one of the mouse with a task, but then you just have to fight the cat, so it's not really worth it. We'll defend with Susie, because I actually do think that, okay, it might be... But mouse are actually really annoying enemies, in my opinion. I could upgrade. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to see what your S action is, and then I have a lot of CD bagels, but screw it, I'll use my Hearts Donut. Okay. Chris spared, or else I used Hearts Donut. So Chris doesn't like the... I think that Hearts Donut does the most on, like, Susie, then Ralsei, then Chris, or something. I don't remember. Anyway, we're gonna try trapping all again. And just anticipating a success. Well, we got the one that we actually spared at least. But yeah, the mouse are really annoying enemies. Noelle was really useful with, once she became immune to mice. So, we're just gonna trap one. We're gonna anticipate a spare. And then we're gonna heal prayer. There we go. Susie spare. Why does healing have to come after sparing? Anyway, wait a sec. Where's Noelle? Sorry, I just never seen fireworks up close before. Those bullets? What, you scared? I guess so. Maybe that's why I couldn't stop watching. Okay, well, let's continue onward. We got a basket. We collect the mouse. We put it in the basket. Or put the mice in the hole, rather, I guess. Do the same here, and 20 more? Damn, we're gonna be here forever. Maybe if we, split up the work? Huh? I'll release the mice. Susie will break the balloons when they reach the top. And Chris, you catch them, if that's okay. Ready? Go! Okay, do not mess up. If you miss catching a single mouse, you end up spilling the whole basket and have to start over. I think that's ridiculous, but that's how it's designed. I mean, it's not that hard to just catch them all. So, you know, you're probably fine, but just saying, don't mess up. You can't afford to. It's just time wasted if you do. Like, more than if you just missed one and had to go for 21 instead of 20. Anyway. Hell yeah! Take that, you stupid mice! It's nice seeing you enjoy a puzzle, Susie. Well, maybe they aren't awful if you do them like that. Not bad, Noelle. That was kind of smart. Huh? Thanks. Maybe next time I'll let you do my homework. Can I? Well, we now have 20 mice. 20 mouse in the mouse hole. And you put the bucket in a hole. Fun. Anyway. And we made it. Look, we're finally close to the fountain. It's Queen's Mansion. Huh? Wait, why did we come here? Chris, you brought Noelle right to me. I knew our truce was the best. But unfortunately, that means truces are over. Noelle, get over here. But Noelle, I will only say it one time. Infinitely. Get over here, 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 get over here. Now you get to hear my voice crack as I try to voice Queen by repeating the same line over and over. Anyway, Noelle, are you hesitating? Let me if-then this for you. How about, if you don't listen, then a certain bird might take a ride in the acid river. But Birdly? That's right, he was just with us. Queen must have captured him when we weren't looking. That dialogue is different if you don't give the present to Birdly. I don't remember what it is if you don't give it to Birdly, but I just know that she won't mention Birdly being with us, obviously. I'm sorry, Chris, Susie, I wish I could have stayed with you longer, but I can't let Birdly get hurt, you know? Don't be sad, Noelle, honey. All that remains is the final step. My splendorous queen, there you are. Sorry, I thought I saw you in a used game store and... Oh, Noelle, are you okay? You look a little funny. Okay, plan B. Huh? What are you doing? I see now her will must be unleashed by force. Perhaps if I make her face into a robot one? But, you said you wouldn't do that if I... Variable lying set to true. We were going to be smart together. That's not fair. Understood. Fairness activated. Hey! Good thing I calibrated those cages. Nice callback. Anyway.
You said I could trust you. You said you were a gamer.
Birdie, I only play mobile games.
No!
One of you is going to help me with my plans, and it's going to be Noel. The rest of you, go to your rooms. What are you going to do with me? Oh, damn. You're still here. I only made 4 cages. Ha ha ha. I literally don't know. All right. How do you like your new room units? As you can see, they are perfectly suited to your interests, which I gleaned from your internet search results. I estimate you will have no desire to leave. Please tantalize yourself with your surroundings, and wait patiently while I dominate the world. Toodles!
Chris, hey, can you hear me? Looks like there's some way to communicate between rooms.
Convenient, isn't it? I really thought of everything.
Shut up! Anyway, let's think of some way to get out of here. Rousey, you got any bright ideas? Hey, where the hell's Rousey? Damn, that soft yet tender screaming. Chris, that's gotta be him. Quick, we gotta think of some way to get out. Anything you smuggled in that might help us?
Yeah, I can think of one thing. The original Star Wars... Oh, okay, we'll use Lancer.
Ho ho! It's me, Lancer! Release me and I will release you! Missed me? Because I missed you! Ha ha!
Lancer? That you? I thought you ditched us.
No, I love ditches, but I would never ditch you.
I was simply relaxing in Chris's spacious pants hole. Pocket.
Yes, and I saw it all. Pants, lint, various items. A wild mom put you in some shock cages.
Yeah, we're trapped, so, Hey, wait, did you see us on the roller coaster?
Yes, it was amazing. My first coaster ride. Haha, I love getting nauseous with friends.
Hey, you should probably, free us.
Oh, right, yes. You can always rely on a friendly me to make you free. Haha, I have no idea how to use this. Request, new item for room. That sounds good. Item request, shovel. Quantity, let's say 999. Ho ho, it worked. Let's go, blue person whose name I know.
All right. Other blue person whose name I know. Use the communication device? Yeah. Put your whole head inside and honked.
Chris, the hell you doing?
Huh? Trying to fit your head inside? Yeah, me too. Hey, we don't have time for this. Consider dropping bath bombs inside, but there's no time. It seems to have been overloaded by shovel requests. This is known as a dozens and dozens of shovels attack. It's dozens and dozens of bath bombs. From search query, DIY bath bomb. Okay, same thing. Okay, same thing. Just double checking. The cage doesn't have dialogue, does it? Okay. It's a jelly in the shape of various knives. From search query, sharpest kitchen knife jello. It's Jongler's book on jongling and other tricks. From search query, how to use magic. It's a calendar with college vacation circled. From search query, summer vacation college when. It's 2 pixelized Toriels playing the piano. From search query, video game piano tutorial. It's a VHS explaining how to install video game piano. From search query, video game piano tutorial. The border change to queen is very interesting. I definitely think I prefer the Cyberfield border for this chapter of all 3 borders in the chapter. But I think all the borders are better than just having the chapter 1 situation of having the Castletown border the whole time. Anyway, Chris, hey! Man, Lancer, you're the best, dude. Come on, Noel and Rousey are waiting.
Yes, let's put the pedal on the metal.
Huh? Hey, Lancer, you okay, dude?
I'm fine, just very cold.
Hey, what the hell? Hey, are you okay, dude? Here, let me heal you.
Thanks, Susie, but...
Darn, it's not strong enough, huh? Quick, Chris, let's find Rouse. Maybe he can heal him.
Wait! You two aren't gonna leave without me, are you?
Yeah, we are.
But Noelle, my damsel in distress, she must be in distress, and if I cannot help her, then...
Okay, fine, you can come if you shut up. Fair enough. Anyway, you've escaped from your second personalized room of the day. You're filled with the power of vacation homes. Let's make a save. Seems like the room is overflowing with shovels, and you don't have anything to dig through them with. I hate it when that happens, you know? Susie's computer doesn't seem compatible with the skateboard game. Susie's talk tube thing looks a bit bigger for her larger head. It's a painted egg. It's warm. From search query, can hard-boiled eggs hatch? It's a vacuum-powered book. From search query, losers. This library sucks. It's a copy of an online skateboard game. From search query, cool skateboard game online. It's a skateboarding game, but the AI is cheating. It's impossible to win. From search query, cool skateboard game online, cheat. Seems to be a somewhat glitched out hologram. From search query, 4378789. Relatable. The nameplate reads Birdly. Peek inside. What you saw surprised you. Sort of. You respected the gamer's code. No screen peeking. True. Nameplate reads Caddy's room. Peek inside. It's a wallpapered with the pink cat ad from the city. It's animated too. You can smell the glittery cat food from here anyway. Jockington's room. It's beautiful. You feel like Noelle would enjoy this more. Interesting. Nameplate reads Asriel's room. Peek inside? Yeah. You opened the door with your eyes closed. You saw nothing. You have the feeling you wouldn't learn anything anyway. Oh my god. I must be actually like dying of thirst or something. Looks like a puzzle. Think, you can do it, Chris?
Calm your skinless, boneless thighs, everyone. I'll think of a solution.
Chris, just ignore him. I'll just be over here where I can't hear you.
And I'll be here, away from your IQ debuffing aura. Chris, still stumped by this simple, diversion. Well, put your neurons back in the crayon box, Chris. I can already feel the solution welling up in my brain cavity. Eureka! Is what I will say. Now go. Chris, don't distract me while I'm deep in thought. If only I could Alt-Tab away from you in real life. These dark bulbs will cast a bright shadow on the ground. Fill in the space with dark to unlock the way. If only Lesser Dad was here to help. He's a regular puzzle Pagliacci.
You mean like a genius?
No, he's more like a sad clown.
Hurry up, Chris. I don't want to look at Birdly. Fair enough. Okay. I always thought this was, when I first came in here... Yeah, we got it! I'll wait for them to talk.
What? Hey, wait a second. How'd you solve it without me?
Haha, Chris figured it out before you. Jealous?
Well, I knew the answer. I just wanted to see Chris try first. It's called suspense, Susan. Dramatic suspense.
Then you do the next one.
Fine. Watch me.
Also, my name's not Susan. I didn't realize... I thought that, like, this was meant to be Queen, but, like, it was always missing the head swoop thing. I didn't realize that we've been seeing Queen from basically a... Even when Queen is facing toward the camera, she's been at more of like a 3/4 angle, I think is the proper term. But basically, this is how she actually looks head on. You know, her little swoop thing is like in the back of her head. It's not like her hair swooped to one side. So I didn't fully put that together when I entered the room. I thought it was meant to be like Birdley's face or something when we entered the room, because it looked like a duck or like chicken thing to me. Anyway.
Ha! Child's play. Couldn't you give me a harder one? For example, if anyone had a 4x4 puzzle cube.
Just tell us the solution.
Well, you see, first you align the shadows with the lines on the floor.
Alright, what do we move first? Chris, just do the puzzle.
Just give me a moment. It's not like Chris could even solve it anyway.
This puzzle is for staff only. Guests, please head back to your rooms. What's interesting is there is no electric force field or even like, you know, bars blocking the way. So outside of Birdley's ego needing to try and solve the puzzles and then we solve them before him, we would be free to proceed, you know, if he wasn't just, you know, so caught up in his own ego. Anyway,
Chris, leave the controls alone. If you get sweat on the controls, it's going to eat up my inputs. So just let me solve this.
Oh. Does he only have the one dialogue for this one? What a bird brain. Right, Lancer?
Ho-ho! Yeah, all of his body parts are bird ones.
Lancer, tell Chris our sick scheme.
So, when we make track jackets, I'm making his a different color. Ho-ho!
Alright, we had our laughs. Hurry up, Chris. Lancer's getting weak.
I'm as brittle as a biscuit.
Okay, anyway. We'll put that there. Put that there. That seems right. There we go. Whoops, looks like Chris got it again.
Huh? Wait just a second. You can't have... You just got lucky. It's just trial and error. The brute force method. Ha! A caveman could do it. Except caveman died out because they're stupid. I'm solving the next one, so just stay here until I'm done.
Yeah, like we're gonna wait that long. Yeah, I wouldn't wait that long. Anyway.
What are you two doing here? This one's mine. It'll be over in a second, so why don't you just relax in your mind palace? Which probably doesn't even have anything in it. I just need to figure out why the shapes don't go together.
Oh, hey. You just gotta fill the whole square thing, right? What if you just piled them all in the corners?
Like digging a really wide hole. What?
Chris, wanna try? Come on, Chris. Just cover up the whole square thing.
Quiet. No hints. This is bird to human. That means no Susies and no... who is that guy? I'm Lancer. Pull my tongue and I'll say several phrases. Such as ow, ouch, ah. I don't need to know that.
Hurry up. Lancer's getting pale.
But I like pails. Anyway. Chris, you know how skilled I am at puzzles, right? Tell her about the puzzle I solved. Then we can, how about we have her go in the other room and solve it together? Fine. Go ahead and listen to Susie, Chris. Susie, are you hearing that? You'll be a laughing stock. Do you realize that, Chris?
Well, just put the boot in this corner, wave in this corner. We can put the house here. We can put the house here. We can put the sun here, and we can just put the bird to cover the emptiness. Oh, I didn't read the description.
Susie's idea worked? There's no way. It's a computer bug. It's a glitch. You're cheating, just like when you wave dash.
How's it taste, idiot? Man, I'm gonna relish this forever. All those times you acted so high and mighty. Well, guess what? You're not. Face it, you're just as big a dumbass as the rest of us. Ha ha ha.
Fine. I admit it. I'm not that smart. I never was. There. Are you happy? I used to be a forgettable little bluebird. No one even remembered my name. Then, one day, came the spelling bee Noelle and I had studied for. When it came down to the two of us, she got nervous and couldn't speak. She lost. And I won. That was when I tasted it. The praise, the glory, the superiority, the addictive power of being smart. Since then, year after year, I've been number one in the class. But it's only because Noelle helps me study. She's the real smart kid. But everyone's expectations for me are so high now. What am I gonna do when I go somewhere without her? That's why I wanted to make a new world. For us. A world where we'll always be number one and number two. But I was just so wrapped up in that, I got tricked by Queen. And now, Noelle is going to suffer because of it. Maybe I did just like being superior. Maybe I am just an idiot. Don't cry, Chicken Nugget Man! All of us are idiots too! Huh?
I mean, like, I don't know about everyone else, but whether you're the smart kid or not, we couldn't care less. Screw up as much as you want, honestly. It's not like our opinion of you can get much what...
Susie! Susie, you'd accept me? Even if I'm dumb?
Yeah. It's like when your sister gets cursed in Dragon Blazers 2. Even if her stats suck, she's still your party member.
Susie, a real Dragon Blazers 2 reference? Susie, you're not only kind, but a true gamer as well. Perhaps I underestimated you.
Don't say that now.
But worry not. I have decided. I will turn over a new leaf from now on and fight for the side of ignorance.
We're not telling you to be stupid.
Just sometimes it's okay to make mistakes. Ha ha ha. And make mistakes I will. Onward.
Why couldn't Ralsei be here to teach the moral lesson? I've seen a lot of people, staff, if you're stuck, please don't call for help. No one can hear you. You're not in this beloved death trap of a mansion. I've seen a lot of people, when they get to this scene of, like, Birdley's backstory, complain that Toby tried to make us feel sympathy for him by giving him a tragic backstory. This downstairs table will be for our special guests. There's a dinner party for everyone else on the second floor. And I don't think those people understand how, like, I get that these are all characters in a game, but having a backstory doesn't excuse his actions. And I'm not saying you have to like Birdley, but I am saying I like Birdley. I probably wouldn't be friends with him in real life. I don't necessarily like him as a real person, but as a character within the story, I like and appreciate the role he has to fill. And giving us his backstory is important to that role. It's important to his motivations, to understanding him. And it also makes him come across as more human. Someone who gets wrapped up in the idea of they have to meet people's expectations. He's a mirror to Noelle in that way as well. You know, I don't know. So, I like Birdley as a character. I probably wouldn't be friends with him in real life, but I would be down to see more of him. And I genuinely enjoy this, you know, his backstory. And I think it's highly relatable. The idea that, like, you know, you may not be all that smart, but you had one success and now the expectations just get set higher. Even if people don't have that expectation, you feel like they do. You know, it's a very real thing. And I don't know. So I like Birdley's character. And I feel like people that bash him, I don't like people that bash him. I understand you not liking him if he was real, but I don't fully understand how you can dislike Birdly as a character within this game and for storytelling purposes. I think a lot of the comedy involving him is great, you know. Like, there is such a thing as, like, you know, needing a bad guy or rival, you know, to make or even, you know, just another party that you don't support to, like, make the jokes work. Anyway, everything here is tailored for you, right? Kinda. Anyway, I guess let's continue with the last little bit of story before I end this episode. That screaming, Ralsei? You don't have to scream just because you like my outfit. Oh, Chris, Susie, how may I serve you? The hell are you doing? Queen didn't have a room for me, so, she made me into one of her butlers instead. Whatever, Ralsei, can you heal Lancer? Oh. Haha, it's cold. Susie, I'm afraid this is something I can't heal. What? Lancer is... Lancer, hey! You see, each dark fountain creates a different world. A world whose darkness reflect the will of its fountain. But though those darkness can exist in their own worlds, they might not belong if they go to another one. So, can we help him? Yes, there is a way. Castletown's Grand Fountain is made of pure darkness. As long as it stays flowing, any darkner can live there. So if we bring Lancer back to school, he'll be okay again. So we just need to get out of here, huh? Right. All right. Lancer, we'll be back for you, buddy.
Your friend, if we defeat Queen, we can save him?
Yeah.
With me out of the way, Queen is going to force Noelle to do her bidding. And if Noelle doesn't want to, she might make her face into a robot one. Susie, could you assist me in saving Noelle?
Huh? Me?
I just can't do it by myself. But if you can help me, I have a plan.
A plan?
I remember from Queen's tour of this place, there's a secret shortcut on the 3rd floor. While Chris is distracting Queen, Susie will take the shortcut to reach Noelle and transfer her to me on the roof. From there, I'll bring her to a safe hiding spot. And together, we can all defeat Queen.
All right, sure. We'll give it a shot.
Haha, most excellent. Then, see you on the roof, fellow agent.
All right, let's go. Would you take that off already?
Sorry.
All right. Let's go. Push the Lancer statue. That is what we are going to do. And there we are. He seems to be well taken care of. Anyway, if we head up this way, we reach a save point. Looking at these legs fills you with a certain power. So, we'll explore Queen's Mansion next time! But for now, my name has been and will be tomorrow, the day after that, and 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 always will be Pun Food. I mean, even now that Birdly is smart, people still forget his name. Last chapter, when we saw Rudy in the hospital, you know, he said, what was his name? Nerdly? You know, and Queen is constantly misnaming him as Burgley, you know. So I think that goes to show that Birdly, you know, his whole nobody even remembered his name, you know, trauma or backstory or whatever you want to call it, is very real. But it also kind of goes to show that being smart didn't exactly solve his problem. So maybe it's not something he should feel as pressured to live up to, right? I don't know, just a thought I had.